the repression of my pride, as if you're the one I'm impressing. Learning another lesson, I'm the only one who's stressing. God had it mapped out before he offered me this blessing. So let me get out all of my flaws, every false impression. I am nowhere close to a God. Unloading my imperfections, then reloading the ammunition. Let you know this ain't perfection. Opposite, man, I'm a Christian. I ain't perfect, was dead, saved and resurrected, set free from every chain. But it's like my brain is still infected, still my life I claim. The selfishness is unrelenting, focusing on me, trying to put this thing into perspective. Arrogant abomination, 16th proverb, this is basic. Various revolving phases, perilous evolving cravings. Bear with us, we all been praying. Guard my heart against all that praises. Pride is so crazy, I'm a saint, but I'm just saying, I'm perfectly broken, I'm perfectly flawed, I'm perfectly loved by the one who's perfectly God. His mercy is flowing when it's all a facade. I'm perfectly chosen, show he's perfectly God. I'm perfectly broken, I'm perfectly flawed, I'm perfectly loved by the one who's perfectly God. His mercy is flowing when it's all a facade. I'm perfectly chosen, show he's perfectly God. Man, so tedious to love them haters, repaying they meanness with these blessed prayers. I swear it's so ridiculous, I'm so quick to anger. This sin is so insidious if I don't restrain it. And I swear they hear my words, but it's like they don't retain it, as they wait for me to fall to say I told y'all he's faking. If you think I'm so golden, then I know y'all mistaken. But I give it all I got, one shot just longing to save him. Like the Father in Taken, I will not back down. Had my head in the clouds, but now I got back down with my feet on the ground. But now my mind's still in heaven, and I've been on this grind since like 2011, when I told y'all remember the future. Now I'm telling y'all it's gone, now we at the conclusion. We just waiting for the Son of Man's coming intrusion. And I pray we all survive when this fire's consuming. I'm perfectly broken, I'm perfectly flawed, I'm perfectly loved by the one who's perfectly God. His mercy is flowing when it's all a facade. I'm perfectly chosen, show he's perfectly God. I'm perfectly broken, I'm perfectly flawed, I'm perfectly loved by the one who's perfectly God. His mercy is flowing when it's all a facade. I'm perfectly chosen, show he's perfectly God. So just let his strength be shown so powerful, even though I know I'm fallible. His mercy shows so palpable, he's faithful when I'm faithless. Get my race on, got my A6. God plus me equals 1, my arithmetics. Yeah, I'm aware I'm very strengthless. On my own, if left alone, I'm gonna fold. Come on, let's face it, there's nothing left in me that could amount to any greatness. But he opened up my eyes, to my surprise, he gave me LASIK. And yeah, I'm a work in progress. In this life, I'll never be perfect or flawless. The king of all kings, I'm worthy regardless. Took me off the streets, to be perfectly honest. I still need his mercy, I still need his grace, to keep me from falling back flat on my face. So I place my flesh on the altar and leave it there. Made me fresh, but I still gotta be aware I'm needed. The spirit like water, I breathe in there, get in the presence of the Lord, cause it's freedom there. Plus, the moment that I go it on my own, I know it ain't long before I'm gone. I'm perfectly broken, I'm perfectly flawed, I'm perfectly loved by the one who's perfectly God. His mercy is flowing when it's all a facade. I'm perfectly chosen, show he's perfectly God. I'm perfectly broken,